Today we're starting a series of videos that analyze characters from the Oval, one by one. So if you're new to watching the Oval, these videos will get you up to speed quickly, and it will also aid you while you're watching a ton of the older episodes. Now, I'm in no way discouraging you from watching the show, not doing that at all. So just consider these videos to be cliff notes on the characters, as if you're meeting them for the first time, as this should serve as an aid and a guide. Will guide you right inside the White House and all its personalities with all its shenanigans so that you can become an Oval superfan, just like me. Now, if you're already a fan of the Oval, then just sit back, grab you some popcorn, and let's dive deep into these characters so that we can better understand why they do some of the things that they do. We're going to start the series off with Sam Owen. Sam Owen is a complex and dynamic character whose arc has undergone various shifts throughout the series, right? He was introduced as head of the White House Secret Service staff. Now, he's known as a man of integrity initially, focused on only protecting the first family and maintaining order within the White House. Some of us think that Sam has overstepped the boundaries a bit and went over and beyond his call of duty. He has played a huge part in ruining his marriage, injuring members of his own staff, and he's weaseled himself right on the wrong side of the president himself. So let's dive into some of these personality traits and his behaviors to see how they play a role in some of his destructive actions. Sam is married. He's been married for 17 years to Priscilla Owen, who also serves on the White House staff. And for the most part, he's portrayed as disciplined, dedicated, and professional. He values honesty and loyalty, often attempting to navigate the chaos within the White House with a sense of dignity and moral compass. But as of late, all of these traits have been set aside for him to entertain other sides of himself, the sides that are selfish, unruly, unprofessional, and definitely undisciplined. Sam's latest drama took place in the presidential hotel suite with his wife standing right there beside him. He went up to the hotel room and shot one of his agents because he believed that his wife was having an affair with him. It turned out that the bullets that were used were only rubber bullets and that the shooting wasn't fatal, but that didn't make this scene or the situation any less dramatic because Bobby, the man there who got stung in the chest with these rubber bullets, is a member of his Secret Service staff. Now, you'd think that Sam would approach this situation with a little bit more tact and discretion, but the work relationship meant nothing to him when it came to his wife. And in this particular scene, we also saw a huge character shift, so much that I'm comfortable with saying that Sam's character has moved from static to dynamic. And I say this not only because of the fact that he just injured a member of his own staff, but also because of the way in which he talked to his wife prior to leaving. Now, the reason that all of this is going down is because Sam had an affair with Victoria Franklin, the First Lady, only after Priscilla had him on pause in their bedroom for about 2 weeks. Some of us would argue that doesn't really justify his actions with the First Lady, and some of us will say that this is all Priscilla's fault. However you feel, Sam made the decision to have sex with her in the yellow room, and now Priscilla wants to quote-unquote get him back. Back a few seasons ago, the first time that Priscilla put him out of the house, she boiled water, she was fighting, kicking, screaming, and Sam would be very apologetic, right? He'd be crying, trying to hold her and console her because he regretted ever doing it. But Sam's attitude now is a far cry from what it used to be. Now he's calling her out of her name, demanding that she do things for him, just being outright disrespectful. Then, in the last episode, we saw him being beat up by special ops that Priscilla had hired. And now he's rolling around on the floor like a kid, begging her to forgive him. Now, let's also bear in mind that Bobby also rocked Sam's cabbage right out in front of their house last season, right? But when he's in these altercations with the men, he ain't got a whole lot to say. Even when Hunter is scolding and belittling him, his mouth is on mute. So I'd really like for this character to be consistent in his responses and stay on course with, the traits that he's delivering to us each week. Initially, Sam's primary goal was to serve the president and the country. He also strived to uphold the values that he believed in, despite the challenges posed by the Secret Service, his toxic marriage, and tumultuous White House environment. But lately, his one and only goal is to stop Priscilla from seeing other men. Sam's other relationships within the White House, particularly with the First Lady, Kyle, and other staff members, demonstrate his attempts to balance personal conflicts with professional obligations. And speaking of Kyle, Kyle shot him last season. Or was it season 3? I think it was season 3 when he and Kyle had that shootout in the bunker. The cat was out of the bag about Hunter Franklin, the president, and his administration, which includes Kyle. Kyle also works as a Secret Service agent under Sam, but yet sides with the president in all of his wrongdoings. And I'm still puzzled by how one season they're trying to kill each other, and then the next season, it's as if nothing has ever happened, just gone, disappeared. Sam is also good friends with Richard Halson, the White House butler, and he's also the godfather of Richard's son, Barry. And we may not get to do an analysis on Barry because we don't know where Barry is at the moment. But he's Richard's good friend, but their friendship has also suffered. And it suffered because Richard thought at one time that Sam was having an affair with his wife, Nancy. And in return, Sam thought that Richard is the one who told Priscilla about his affair with the First Lady. As Richard was the only one, so they thought, that heard them inside the Yellow Room on that day. Sam even went over to Richard's house and tried to fight him in his own front yard. I don't know, Sam just keeps getting beat up. But anyway, that's all water under the bridge for now. They've gotten past all of that, and now they're friends again. Sam was at one point helping to find his godson, Barry, along with another friend of theirs. I think his name was Jake. I think that's his name. But I guess they just said, F it. I don't know where he's at. All I know is that he's gone. And they don't really talk in detail anymore, only that Sam is doing the best that he can to find Barry and that he has men on the inside. That's it, and that's all. We never see him actively looking for Barry, only chatter at this point. So Richard may be struggling to maintain his trust with Sam when it comes to getting his granddaughter off the compound and finding his son, and that's a whole other story. As the series progressed, Sam faces numerous dilemmas that test his gangsta, right? No, but there are many situations that he's faced with that test his principle, politically and personally. And unfortunately, some of these circumstances have stunted his growth and development of the character. Well, there is growth, but the growth, in my opinion, is on the decline. Instead of growing to be better, he grew to be worse. Now, if we go back all the way back to his college days, we would have seen Sam's character struggle to maintain integrity too, because according to his wife Priscilla, he also cheated with another young lady when they were in college. And in her words, he wanted to be close to the power. And apparently this young lady was the daughter of a senator or one of the higher-ups at the school or something, because he also flawed that time too. Now, Sam's choices now and then reflect a larger theme of the internal conflict between his personal ethics and his desire for power. Even though Sam's character has grown to be somewhat unpredictable, his decisions and actions significantly influence the Oval's narrative for sure, which often challenges his moral compass for pivotal events within the White House and all of its shenanigans. Now, I truly hope that this character analysis on Sam Owen gave you a little bit of insight on who this character is, his role, and his goals. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And if you're a fan of Tyler Perry's The Oval, then go ahead and sub to this channel for more videos just like this one. Thank you so much for watching today, you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.